A release trailer shows you almost everything you need to know about the raid with some speculations here and there. Unfortunately though, the final boss isn't exactly revealed, but we do have a lot of stuff shown in this clip which will be played right now, and I will be breaking everything within the video as we go. I'll be combining everything that doesn't really show much in one section, and mainly being some of the puzzles which are shown in this video. So the first puzzle that is shown right now is the light maze, which basically looks like you're going to need to use melee to redirect the light, using the mirrors to remove the barriers that are not allowing you to go through. And I'm kind of seeing at the beginning of the clip, if you can see it right here, one statue is holding an orb which emits light, and then the other one is holding a shield, which I'm assuming you're going to need to redirect the lighting from that orb into that shield to unlock the next room. For the poisonous snake puzzle, it seems like you need to either disable something on that end while avoiding poisonous tiles and the arrows being shot at you, which have some sort of rhythm to them I think, or you're grabbing something to help finish the puzzle. And the way to know which tiles are poisonous is basically, if you focus on this clip, looking at the snake behind you, you can see which tiles they're going to be fired at. Seems like a lot like Sepulchre in my opinion, to be honest. A lot of the puzzles and a lot of the boss rooms have some Sepulchre-esque kind of gameplay. For the monkey puzzle slash combat room, we can see that there are 3 different types of monkeys in front of you, much like the Annihilator room in the Theater of Blood. Now, generally speaking, I don't think it will be exactly like it though, simply because they're all susceptible to magic damage. In this one, however, we can see that one monkey is leaking acid on each tile it's walking on. It's much like the maiden room basically. With that said, a designated freezer or 2 would be recommended in this room for the monkey that leaks acid, and all I can assume for you as well is that you want to camp prey from magic and avoid other monkeys which could potentially attack you with a different style. As far as I'm concerned, however, this room is still done with magic only. They could be potentially weak to melee and range, but I think magic is still the best way to go about it in this room. Now onto the demi-bosses section, we have Zbag, which seems to have a lot in common with Galvik from Dragon Slayer 2 if you have done the quest. I also think it will have a Grotesque Guardian mechanic simply because in this clip that is playing right now, you can see that there is a ball which looks a little bit similar to what the ranged Grotesque Guardian throws at you, which if it hits you, it petrifies you, freezing you in your place. And if the wave hits you, I don't know if it's going to be a one-shot, I hope it's not. Because that would be broken. But at the same time, I can see that not doing the waves properly or dodging the waves properly will result in having you and your team wiped really quickly. And if you get into Zbag's range, obviously he can melee you. So with that said, I think the waves are not exactly going to be a one-shot, but getting in Zbag's range is probably going to be very dangerous. So as soon as you walk into Zbag's range, you're going to need to pray melee. And if you walk away from Zbag, I think it's going to be pray mage while attacking him with the ranged, as how these guys are doing it in the clip. Baba looks like she is one of the most fun bosses to do within the raid, simply because she has one of the Donkey Kong aspects where you have to avoid the rolling stones that are coming down at you with some tecton projectiles that you have to avoid while you're damaging her. Assuming the rolling stone is something that will stun you, one mistake in this room means another one shot. And there's another assumption that I'm going to make is that when you're in melee range, protect melee. If you're away from her, keep protect from magic on at all times if you're avoiding the projectiles plus the rolling stones. Akka shows 4 hourglasses in which one is empty and 3 of the quadrants have a special attack occurring in them. Not sure how this will exactly work, but it looks like you'll have to defeat Akka 4 times before proceeding into the next room. Now if you notice in this clip, for example, one of them is wearing guardian boots, which I'm assuming it will mean that you tank if you have the higher defensive bonuses over your teammates. I can see people using Justiciar as well for bottoms in case they needed to tank a little bit better, since as you know, Ancestral is not exactly the best defensive gear when it comes to protecting from range or protecting from melee. Kefri will have a shield which, as you can see right now, is up, and in this clip it is down, and from the looks of it, the Asbomtum's Fang will be BIS here. In case you don't have one, however, the Keras Partisan will be the next best option since you're attacking Scarab or Kelphite like mobs. The swarms need to be killed instantly since they deal melee damage, and I'm assuming it's going to be the same as the one in Pyramid Plunder, for example. which they deal rapid damage, and you need to either protect from range or mage at all times, assuming Kefri can shoot both of these attacks at you. Kefri also has a special attack which reminds you of the Vorkath one-shot fireball that he throws at this guy. There are parts of the trailer that I haven't exactly covered simply because I don't know much of it, nor do I have enough visuals to derive any sort of information from it. Let me know what you think in the comments on how the raid will look like and which items you think are going to be best in slot over there. Make sure to subscribe for more content every new and leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.